Spencer, given the way that you guys came back and got those 2 quick goals to take the lead, what went into being so aggressive and putting them on their heels on that power play that immediately followed that sequence?
Their power play?
Yes.
Like the penalty kill?
Midway through the second, yeah.
I think we just had a lot of momentum in that game once we answered back. And then so there's a pivotal moment, right? We just take the lead. It's 2-1. Now they get a power play. And that can swing either way, right? They can have a great power play, potentially score. Now it's 2-2. Now we're back to square one. Or you can have a really strong penalty kill in that situation, and now you carry the momentum. And I thought that's exactly what we did. Our penalty kill was excellent in that one. Had multiple looks, but more importantly, just didn't let them really get to a good set. Didn't let them get to any puck recoveries. Entries were, I think we denied a couple on that particular one. So that was a big momentum kill. I thought our penalty kill overall was great tonight. 5-on-6, pretty good, other than a few failed clears. But that was a big moment. The penalty kill you're talking about.
Spencer, what can you say about what Logan did for you guys tonight, especially in the third period?
Yeah, I thought he was the difference tonight in the third. I mean, there's a couple things in play. Like he wins us that game in the third period. Now Montembeault was fantastic in the first 40, minus the first 3 minutes where I think we were in our zone for the first few minutes of the game. But other than that, I thought he was phenomenal. And so that's again, you're playing with fire. If you're not able to capitalize and execute and find a way to get that game to 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, you let a team stay right there within a goal. And now, we obviously do a really poor job of managing that game in the third period.
There were moments before that, though, where you could sense your team was overwhelming the Canadians. When that feeling comes on the bench, how can you describe it? What is the value of that for the course of the series?
So I think that's just our identity coming through of what we do as a team is we're a 4-line. We get on top of you. We're not flashy. We're not the fastest team. We're not the most skilled team in the National Hockey League. But what we do is we apply pressure, and we get the puck down in your end, and we stay there. And then the next line does the same thing, and then the next line does, and we can feel that on the bench when we have a hold of momentum and everybody's on the same page with exactly what we do with every puck, and the support's there, and the speed's there, and the communication's there. So it becomes a very predictable. Everybody knows exactly, and this is the great part about being the head coach of this team is I get to watch, and I know before a player touches, I know exactly where the next puck is going. And so you don't need to say anything because guys just know exactly, and they're reading off one another, and they're predictable to one another. And that's our team. That's when we're at our best, that's what it looks like. And we had a good stretch of this hockey game. We looked like ourselves, and then got away from it a bit in the third.
Spencer, obviously you accomplished what you wanted to in winning these 2 games at home, but how can you describe the margins that these games are decided by?
Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking about that. It's just playoff hockey, and I've heard a couple different coaches in some of these series talk about it. Watching the Ottawa, Toronto, we could have easily lost game 1. Right? Matheson gets an opportunity on the backside in regulation, 30 seconds to go. Logan makes a save, goes off. And I, like that's how thin it is. And yet we're celebrating, and we're up 1-0. The same thing tonight. LT makes a few huge saves. A couple pucks go by the post. We find a second goal. And it's this time of year, every team is very, very good. And as you just said, and as we're living and you're seeing in every single series, it's one play here or there. It's one power play penalty kill here. It's one save. It's one big moment, and a guy finishes in overtime and scores a goal like Colin Blackwell did the other night for Dallas. It's thin, and so you want to be on the right side of that. And as coaches, you try to prepare your team to put them in the most or the best position possible to get into those opportunities, and then hopefully we're on the right side of it.
You talked in the past about guys wanting the ball. Obviously, both your goalies wanted to play, but can you sense of Logan him wanting this opportunity in the playoffs? You said he had earned it in the regular season.
Yeah.
By that, but you can just sense that in him.
Big time. And tonight was a performance. When you watched LT tonight, that was the LT that we saw for, call it 40 games or whatever he was playing at the beginning of the year, where you could feel the confidence, you could feel the building with the energy with each save. It felt like he just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and he was tested. He made some huge saves in that third period to keep us in front.
For him to come back in game one after missing so much time, were you surprised at all that he's come out as strong as he has?
No. I had confidence in him overall too, also in our goalie coach Scott Murray, and knowing and seeing him look at his best in practice coming back, and so I wasn't worried about him not looking like himself. Now it's a whole different story to go out and execute in the most pressure-packed, most important time of the year, and that's exactly what he's done in these first two games. So credit to him for the time off and being able to jump right back into it and play your best hockey is a credit to him. And the competitor, the guy's a gamer, man. That's what everybody. If you've gotten to know Logan over the years, and I'm back in South Carolina in the East Coast Hockey League, and then when he left the organization, he's a gamer. So these games that mean this is where he wants to play. He wanted to play in the playoffs. I'm ready to go. I want to be in the net in game one. No disrespect to Charlie Lindgren. He wants these moments, and that's an important part of it.
I can understand your disappointment in the game management in the third period, but this is second game in a row against these guys where the third period's been tricky for you. You've been one of the best third period teams in the league this year. Is there anything Montreal's giving you trouble with in the third period that's leading to this, or is this just an uncharacteristic lack of focus from your group?
Yeah, I think it's two parts. I think you have to. They're pressing and they're a good team, so when they're down a goal, they're going to give you issues. There's zero doubt about that. You're not going to be able to hold them off and not let them into the offensive zone and limit, not give them any scoring chances. So I'm completely understanding that. But we are doing, I saw maybe, I'm just going to throw this out here, maybe 8 to 10 plays that I didn't see in the first 40 minutes that we make, and just big mistakes that you just can't make those types of plays, whether it was with the puck, whether it's going, like I'll give you an example. So when you're trailing by a goal, Montreal's D are just staying in. Even if you high flip a puck and we call it a punt, Montreal doesn't care if you go behind them because they got to score. So they're going to wait right here. If you go past them, we just lost a number. Now you're cheating and going the wrong way, and the puck is going that way towards our net. So that's not us. And very uncharacteristic, like you said, just some of those mistakes that we don't normally make, and we'll get those things cleaned up.
You guys go down 1-0, then immediately you score 2, like right away. It kind of flips the game.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about that response?
Yeah, it was huge. And the thing that goes a little bit unnoticed is LT's save at 1-0. That backdoor one right off the face-off. He gets a backdoor opportunity. I think it was maybe Heineman, maybe on the 2-on-1. We sort of lose coverage there. Great chance to get now all of a sudden margins 2-0. Who knows what happens in that game? So that save, and then I think that gave us a little bit of juice and got our guys' attention of like, okay, we're gonna, even though we're controlling play, we got to find a way to break through here. And Mikey and Stromer make a couple big plays to get us on the board. And that was a great shift. I mean, the shift where we were able to outchange them and stay in the offensive zone, those are huge shifts. If you can get O-zone changes, the numbers go through the roof. Not to get too analytical here, but if you can get fresh people out against tired people, it is almost automatic scoring chance for, and a really good one, and we were able to capitalize on it. Thanks.